They don't know. They call themselves hustlers. Because they don't know. The ignorance and it actually serves the interest of the regime in power to suppress these historical facts. Hello? Yes. Hello? It's now more audible, eh? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Oh, this is a wonderful evening. I listened to several comrades here. I feel very inspired by what I've heard since I came to this auditorium today. I listened to Wahoo talk like a true revolutionary. Yes. And I got very, very encouraged. We have come here today to launch a book stronger than faith. That's doing well. As you can see, I'm the one who wrote the forward to that book. So can I show you, I've read it from Genesis to Revelation. It is a chronicle of historical facts about our country. It has stated where we've come from and where we're going. I've said before, and Macau repeated it, that from independence right through there have been two forces pulling in opposite direction in our country. One, the forces of retention of the status quo versus the forces for change and development. This struggle has been consistent right from the word go up to now. It has sometimes been peaceful, sometimes it has been violent. It has cost lives for people sometimes. It's against that background that you can explain several historical facts that have taken place in our country. Assassination of Pio Gama Pinto in 1964, the assassination of Tom Mboya, James Kariuki, and so on and so forth. Jerry Akumu, Pipi Oko, Uyangi Baja, Kimani Wanyoike, Kimani Wayaki, Vicky Wachira, all found themselves in detention. Caroline Kelodongo. There is oppressive violence that is used by those who are in power to suppress the will of the people. And there's defensive violence the people use to protect themselves against oppressive violence. The two are not equal. The two are not equal. When all the avenues for change have been closed, Kenyans have no other alternative. It's against that background that you have to understand the event of August 1, 1982. Then now, but before that, people have been arrested. We are sitting with Mukaro Wanganga up there. At night, the following morning, Mukaro has been taken. It was taken last night. William Tunga, Kaiwaji Wachira, Katama Mkangi, Wanyeri Kihoro, all these people have been picked. Alamin Bazrui, and detained without trial. Koibu Amwere, picked up and detained without trial that time. So, what other options did Kenyans have? Then after that, the arbitrary arrests, people are being arrested, shoved in. That's truly charged with treason. 6 weeks at GSU headquarters, where you're being taken out, interrogated, under duress. They put you there on the wall, tell you that if you don't speak now, you're dead. And then they pull the trigger and you hear, tap! You think they'll shoot you. Then they bring you back. They will take you and hit you down and hit you in the most painful part of your body. And then you're going to speak. If you don't speak, you're dead meat. After that, they take you to committee. And you spend there 6 months trial. You're staying there with those other people who have been condemned. All that. A similar experience of Owen, and it's all chronicled in the book there. As a guest of His Majesty's government. So many other Kenyans spent days, years there. But before that, there's a Nyayo House torture chamber, which we will open one day and make it a monument for people to see. They go down to the dungeons of Nyayo House chambers. Other people did not survive it. Some are being taken up to the 23rd story of the Nyayo House, thrown out through the window, and said that they committed suicide. Some people have forgotten this. So many of our youth today don't know what happened in this country. They don't know. They call themselves hustlers. Because they don't know. There's ignorance, and it actually serves the interest of the regime in power to suppress these historical facts. But these are facts which need to be known. We are not here because of generosity of some other people. It was because people suffered so that Kenya can enjoy the freedom that they have today. And if it is not protected, we are likely to go back to where we came from. So Kenyans therefore must stand up and be prepared to make further compromises to consolidate the democratic space. We know in the course of this struggle, there have been compromises. Compromises are sometimes called for in a struggle. We have had to, the left, as Pascal told you, has had sometimes to make compromises with the right, so that you can the struggle can continue. The Italian leader of the Communist Party Palmiro Togliatti talked of compromiso historical compromise. When sometimes the left compromises with the right in order to be able to advance forward. But that doesn't mean that you surrender or you compromise your principles. You do that so that you're able to achieve the objective of getting the movement forward. This is what has happened in this country. When we talked to Nyayo, formed an alliance with him, was because we wanted to show him the way out. And the end, we came up with a bigger movement and we showed him the way out. And we moved Kanu from power up to today. So we have a duty as a people to consolidate the gains and to expand. The left must remain focused. The right wing that has always been in collision with the international monopoly capital is always there. We know that. Lord has told you what has happened here. The right-wing coup d'etat, electoral coup d'etat that took place on the 5th of on the 15th of August. You saw the chairman of the Electoral Commission running like a thief to go and announce the results. And the bigger part of the commission saying, no, these are not the results. The international community cannot condemn that kind of action. Why? Because they knew what was happening. It can only happen in Africa. It cannot happen in Europe. It cannot happen in the United States. It is only here is where the chairman of the Electoral Commission goes alone. He's a chairman of 7 commissioners. But he goes alone there to announce the results, and then they say he's the hero of the day. Instead of saying he's the devil of the day. So you have a job to do. What option do you have? One of them is no surrender. Surrender is not in our vocabulary. You must say that, as we are saying, that the African democratization project must move on. There will setbacks here and there. You've seen in other countries the military coups returning. The generals are coming back. They come back and they're being greeted with flowers by the population. What is it that has gone wrong? We know what has gone wrong in some of our African countries. But that does not mean that we surrender. We must just regroup and move on. Because Africa has great potential. The richest continent in terms of resources is also the poorest. Why? Because true African democrats who believe in Africa and using African wealth for the benefit of the African people have not been able to get power to do so. And the international monopoly capital is not comfortable. When you talk about making Kenya a manufacturing hub to supply the whole of the Eastern and Central African region, those people are not happy with you. That is the language you don't want to hear. When you're talking about beneficiation, value addition to local raw materials, so that you don't export bauxite, you export aluminum products. You don't export copper ore, you export copper products, including cables. You don't export iron ore, you export steel. You don't export coffee seeds, you talk processed coffee, and so on and so forth. That is going to competition against the national monopoly capital. And that is the problem that we're going through. That is the reason why they don't want us to go in there. But we cannot forever remain servants of international monopoly capital. Africans must rise up. And there is a solution to this. The stooges, don't look at this, what's happening here. Basically, stooges have been used. But if this does not work, this other one will work. And we know what will work. That's why we are saying that, comrades, there's still work to do. It is a work in progress. Comrades must come together, gather together and move forward. Victory is coming. Victory is happening. We have arrived when those days when the land was more fierce. The lion had the claws and the teeth to bite. We were able to confront that lion.